All right, welcome to the tutorial for FastLED Animator. I'm going to click New Project, and that'll reset everything to what you would see. So if you ever want to reset anything, you can just click New Project to do that. First thing I'm going to do is show you that you can adjust the number of LEDs. So you just slide the slider up or down, and it'll adjust. You can get up to 250 LEDs. I'm going to go to 12 because I have a 12-1 hooked up ready to go. And then this controls the number of frames. And a frame is like a page on a flipbook. So you can look at each frame as a page on a flipbook. And you can get up to 500 frames if you want. We won't worry about that right now. This is the number of seconds that each frame will take. So this is going to take a half a second per frame. This is the selected color, and that controls the color that that when you select an LED is being changed to. So if I select an LED, it'll change that color. And we'll see that a little later, but this random color button changes to a random color. So let's say I selected all the LEDs. I could change the color here, and these color and all the LEDs would change colors. So that's all. None will deselect everything. Odds will only select the odds one, so we can go green. That'll do a Christmas pattern. So odds, evens, thirds will only select every third one, so we'll do orange. And then fourths will select only the fourths ones, and so we'll do blue, just for the heck of it. And I will unselect all. So you can see we've created a little colorful pattern right here. If I click create pattern, it would generate a pattern going to the right, so I'll show you that to you. You can see it's going to the right, so it's going this way. We'll go over that a little bit later. But right now I want to go over the paint and erase tools. Let's start with the erase tool. So the way you use these tools, paint, erase, select, and unselect, is you hold down the mouse key and you hover over the pixel you want. So you can see this will erase everything, but what it'll also do is it'll unselect as well. So it'll erase and unselect all the LEDs. Paint allows you to paint the LEDs but not select them. So if I hover over it by clicking and dragging, also I'm holding down on the mouse button, you can see it paints those LEDs. Select will select the LEDs, and you can click for these tools, or you can hold down the mouse and drag, and it'll auto drag. And then unselect will just unselect them. It won't change the color. So that's a rundown of those tools. Let's go ahead and erase all of them but 4. And let's go over the patterns. So a pattern will generate a bunch of LEDs. So we'll start with a right pattern. We'll click generate, and this time I'm going to increase the speed to 0.1. And what you can see is it'll all go to the right. We can do left as well. So let's go ahead and create a pattern, and you can see it's going to the left. So that's very cool. We can do bounce right. Now bounce right will bounce all the way to the right and then bounce back to the left. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to click create pattern, and what you'll see is that it goes a little too forward. So on the 12th frame you can see it's going a little too forward. So we want to subtract 3 frames. So we'll keep that in mind. So we'll click create. And then if we go back here, 10, oops, to 9, okay, so we're at 9, and we go to 10 and it starts going back. And we actually want to go right here because our first frame is going to be right here where it's already restarted. So we go up to here, we can see 16 and we have 21. So 21 minus 16 is 5, so we want to subtract 5 frames. So believe it or not, if we click create frame, that'll create a little bounce pattern. So that's how I figured out that math. So you can just kind of use the tool, play around, and figure out how much you need to subtract or add to really get what you want. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh yeah, you can only create patterns on the first frame, and it'll basically destroy anything you've created on the other frame. So be careful when you click that. The next thing you can do is upload code. You can click on this upload button or on the upload button in the navigation. They both take you to the same spot, and you can see the code that it generated. So this is the actual C code that's being uploaded to the Arduino. This chipset is the type of LED chip that you're using, and this is the most common one, this WS2801 to my knowledge. But check the one you're using. A lot of RGB LEDs use GRB, so you're going to need to check your documentation on your packaging to see which one you used. So there's RGB, GRB, but just check the one. These are all the options or the color orders. Brightness is basically how bright it is. I think 10 for me gave me the best video quality, but feel free to change this up or down. These are the types of boards that we support, directly uploading from the browser to the Arduino. And what I should say is the code is actually getting compiled on a Linux server. It's not being compiled on the browser. But the hex code is being transferred, or the compiled code, I should say, is being transferred from the browser to the Arduino. But that's going on there. So you can select the Arduino Uno or Mega, and that won't affect the code at all, but it will affect the number of analog pins you have access to. So this is being plugged into A0 right now. So let me go ahead and select Arduino Uno, but you can see Arduino Mega has way more pins than Arduino Uno does, and that's because it's a bigger board. And then we can click upload code, and that will compile the code on a Linux box that I have, and then it will upload. So I'm going to click connect, and that's going to upload the code. Usually takes about 10 or 15 seconds to upload, and this is the most buggy part of the app. Right now this is still being worked on, but you can see it uploaded, and if I show you this, you can see it's being seen like so you can see it actually uploaded. We can reset everything by clicking the new project. We already showed you that. You can download the project itself, and you can also download the code, and we'll show you how to open this in the Arduino IDE. You might need that a little later. You can open the project, so let me show you an example of that. So I'm going to open the Snake project, and you can see if I go here, you can see what that looks like. So that's this project right here. Also, if you refresh the page, so say something terrible goes on or something crashes, which might happen because this is new software, you can refresh and it'll reset you back to where you were, and that's because it's saving the latest version of your software in the browser. If you have any questions or any feedback, you can always click on this feedback page and fill out this form. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear any feedback you have on this project. Always open to feedback and how we can make this better and easier for you to use. And maybe we can even jump on a Zoom call. I'd love to do that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know. Always happy to answer them. And I'll catch you all soon.